men's elimination race coming onto the track now. This is not a standalone event at the Olympic Games. If you haven't seen an elimination before, get yourselves ready. Strap in, because this is a sensational race. It's the one race where you don't look towards the front of the peloton, you look to the back.
So from the very get-go, from the start gun, the riders must race. There is no jockeying for position. There is no cat and mouse. They've received the bell now, so they'll come around and the first rider will be eliminated on the next lap.
So we look for the very, very back end of the bicycle. Such a tactical event. You have to be strong to ride good position at the front, but you also have to be very tactically astute and not scared. You've got to get your elbows out sometimes to force some position in this one. Wozniak from Poland trying to fight to stay in the race, but it is Milan van den Hout. We've seen him dodging the elimination a couple of times, and now eventually all the effort to try and come around the outside every 2 laps has finally come back to bite him. No more energy left. At the front of the race, though, we have Grant Kuntz from USA. Haven't spoken of Dylan Bibic just yet, the Canadian, so he's hiding himself there in 3rd position, riding very well, the silver medalist from the World Championships.
So only 8 riders. The Australian Blake Agnoletto has moved up significantly in position.
And we look down to the inside of the track to see who might get boxed in here. Kuntz from USA up around the outside once more. And Denis Rugovac on the inside in a really dangerous position. So Rugovac comes through last across the line. And number 9 is out.
We're down to 5 riders now.
Well, we haven't mentioned Michele Scartazzini much, the Italian, so he's been hiding in there doing well, but he's in a bit of danger now. If Kuntz comes up around the outside and boxes him in, as he has, 4 wide with Scartazzini trying to find a way through on the inside. He has got through, but that might be a dangerous thing to do. He went through on the blue band. Oh, they've taken out Wozniak.
He was either eliminated or he was going to try his luck. He did. Grant Kuntz, the USA rider, is now the one going to have to pull a Hail Mary over the top.
Scartazzini on the inside, looking over his shoulder. This time he's eliminated. So a big effort to go around the outside for Scartazzini. And eliminated this time. Down to 3. So the Canadian in 2nd position. Agnoletto from Australia on the front. And Kuntz from the USA at the back. So Bibic has been the one we've seen the least of. We haven't spoken much about him. He's ridden a brilliant race thus far.
And this is where the tactics do change with 3. It can become a little bit more cat and mouse. We just saw that. The front is the safest place to be. Grant Kuntz, the USA rider, number 44, he is eliminated. We are down to 2. The world champion, Bibic from Canada, Blake Agnoletto, the youngster from Australia, and it's a match sprint.
2 up sprint now, and diving down the inside, we saw Bibic trying to get underneath Agnoletto, but Blake Agnoletto is a very fast rider. He's the Australian Madison champion, but look at Bibic. Dylan Bibic, the world scratch race champion from a couple of years ago, silver medalist in this event last year in Glasgow, and comes away with the win here in Adelaide. The elimination win goes to Dylan Bibic from Canada, ahead of Blake Agnoletto. But Dylan Bibic, the best in the men's elimination, and he's been consistently right up there in those bunch races over the last couple of seasons. We are underway, the final of the women's elimination race. So Anita Stenberg, can she pop up around the outside? Fidanza will be fighting for position, very tight at the top of the track. Ooh, I think it may have been right at the very top.
If you have not yet been eliminated, and it is 2-2-1 Martina Fidanza from Italy, now that is a surprise. Nita Yvonne Stenberg, the Norwegian, who just managed to get in over Fidanza, is finding herself in trouble. It's she and Mizutani from Japan fighting to stay in the race. Mizutani from Japan is the rider eliminated. Well, Stenberg is going to have a mighty acceleration to hold her spot here. As the bunch gets smaller and they're accelerating at the front, it's harder and harder to ride as she has, and I think the time has come. Anita Stenberg from Norway has now been eliminated. As we're getting down to the second half, Wollaston got herself out of trouble there. Moving forward, she's been carrying a bit of fatigue after the team's pursuit, but just showed her class by moving her position up very significantly there.
We did see Nemkova just trying to improve her position. She might be in a little bit of danger next time around.
Teutenberg.
There it is, though.
2:15.
And the next elimination lap now. Roberts, it is still again from Great Britain, riding very strong with Valente in second position, but right towards the back. That's where we need to look. Bachakova it is on the inside. Wollaston on the outside. So Ali just putting the shoulder in a little bit. She doesn't have to accelerate too much if she keeps her rider underneath. And it will be Bachakova that will be the next one gone.
Helena Hesters will need to really watch her back here if Wollaston can sneak up the outside.
And Hesters it is. Wollaston has enough in those fatigue legs to come over the top. And Helene Hesters, the next one to go. So 4 riders remain.
Commissaires have had a few difficult calls tonight. Wollaston starting to get caught out though. Down to 4 riders. She'll have to move up significantly. Valente pushes the pace. Jessica Roberts holding her on the shoulder.
And Wollaston giving a little bit of gap here to try and get some acceleration down the straight, and it will be enough. So she staves off elimination once again.
Maya
Trucker from Poland that is the next rider to be eliminated. So Wollaston again in the dangerous position. She's had a couple of big accelerations to keep herself in this race. We talk about the fatigue in the legs, of course. She had the team pursuits tonight. She must be really tired, but she's trying to come up over the top of Jessica Roberts, and she did it comfortably in the end. Wow, what a strong ride from Ali Wollaston.
Great ride from Wollaston. Now, Valente, her style is to ride from the front, to ride very powerfully. That's what we expect to see here again. Wollaston, she's happy to go along with that because she's a little bit fatigued coming into this final lap.
Valente dives down the track. It's a big gap, but Ali Wollaston stays up nice and high, so she'll get the extra acceleration as she dives down last moment. Valente looks over the shoulder. She has nothing left in the legs, and the New Zealander comfortably comes around the bottom of the track to get another victory. What a brilliant performance it was from Ali Wollaston. Certainly a strong ride, but tactically brilliant as well.
What an incredible summer she has had. She is really raising the stakes. And Ali Wollaston, what a superstar.
And Wollaston did it better than anyone, ahead of Jennifer Valente, Jessica Roberts in third place.